Gosh, that's not a lot of items, but I don't know how much stuff we're just... I don't know how much we actually know and how much we fake know.
It looks like, yeah, we're bringing Aku's in, but it looks like Beauty, they went to the future. Like, it looks like there was a pretty decently early pendant here. But they've jumped back out from the future and have come back to do desert.
So is that like a pop pendant from the freebies early? Maybe skipped whatever was at Snail Stop.
Could be, yeah. We are mid trimming the screens right here. I think it's Fitz doing a great job restreaming here. So we've got Luca, same teams. Looks like they all picked up the same characters, but they're not using Frog. Dreamstone was.
I don't know how long you're sticking around for, but do you know who your next opponents might be?
I believe that's still undecided. I think that's the last match, but let me check real quick.
Yeah, I think it's Sigil and Acid Crab.
I think it's that match. Yeah.
Yeah, which is tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow evening.
So we will know then.
There we go. And that'll be the last match of round 1. I think.
It's exciting. I believe so. Since we had 3 today, yeah. But all right, I'm gonna pop off and get some beverages, and thanks to the crew, and let's watch this next race.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Patsy.
We've already got Boogie Strat, so it's gonna be a fun one.
Ooh,
Boogie.
nice.
We dancing.
All right.
GG again, Patsy.
Thank you.
And the charm play, we got a blue mail off of Lee here. Might as well if you're boogieing. Something I like to point out here is I've also been learning this randomizer over the last year or so. Less than that. Tech fun things are like, yeah, you can talk to shops and then keep moving, and then you can go to the next kind of like objective of your room that you're in, which we saw Beauty do here. Great little speed tech for people. Well done.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun little movement optimizations you can do in this.
Yeah, I love learning all that stuff.
And there's the hero medal for Beauty.
Easy check here to just go back and look, but maybe not right now.
It looks like with that ruby knife and that dreamstone, we're just waiting on gate key for a go mode.
Yeah, potentially.
It feels like early go mode to me as someone who's been watching this for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Looks like Aku also, I don't know if the tracking is correct yet with that rainbow shell. Maybe. That might have been the snail shop item or something.
Yeah, that would make sense. And let's see.
Tracker should be up to date, it said, so that's okay. I'm guessing we're gonna check hero medal here on Beauty's side, and then maybe going to do Thomas Pump afterwards.
And Eris Dome might be where Beauty got the ruby knife.
That could be. Yeah, that was right when we were switching. I wonder how... Oh, we hadn't checked who was in here yet.
That's a convenient person to have here.
So something must be a tiny bit off with the tracking, because Frog's here. Which is not a call out to Fitz not doing it right. It's there's a lot going on switching, and there's a lot of things Fitz and us were doing, so I don't know who's what.
Yeah.
It was Robo. There it is. Okay. It was. I see. I just wasn't paying attention myself. It's like, duh, Robo's on the party. Robo Marl. Okay. So we got.
I am a big fan of the Luca Ayla combo, and you can basically put anyone else there with them. I would say I'd prefer someone faster, but it looks like our other option is Marl. So.
Yeah. This could be a big check here. Okay, that's where the Prism Shard was. Okay, there we go. Good to know.
Okay, so that God, that snail stop item must be really boring. Maybe a moonstone or something.
Yeah. Or it's just like a clone or a Chrono Trigger that they just haven't bought yet and they're waiting to go back to get it.
Yeah.
I'm
Allegedly, according to chat, Akko usually gets snail stop right away. So it'd have to be something really depressing. Because it's pretty much for me, like, it has to be a moonstone or something like Turbo Dead for me to not get it.
Yeah.
Because I will forget.
I think Aku also kind of historically like doesn't shop ever and also plays on Battle Speed 1 all the time.
Yeah.
Just kind of like as fast as possible strats, which sometimes work out and sometimes can be tough. I don't know if I would do that. But I can.
Oh no, snail stop item. That's right. Snail stop item was probably pop, and the other was pendant.
Oh, that was tools. Okay, maybe that's what it was.
And Fitz has done, or not Fitz. Beauty has done desert, which is where the hero medal and the bent sword came from.
Into the sword. Yep, exactly. Okay.
I'm guessing skipped out on the Sun Palace. You know, even if I'm not feeling that strong, I'll usually peek it in case it's a boss that happens to just be a layup.
Yeah, I think I saw Beauty finish Eris Dome, and then that was the only thing they did in the future. That was right when the streams were switching. Okay. Dalton here is better when you come here later. You know, like,
Yeah.
Dalton here early can be a big pain in the butt.
Yeah. It looks like we don't have, if we're using cat attack, maybe we don't have a ton of great options, but it's still, you know, it's just going to be like 4 cat attacks to get through here.
And it flops the, what do you call, the like pattern or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The physical. Okay, and this is a Crisis Moon. -2, it looked like.
Yeah, it's 2 seeds in a row where the Leon has been not especially exciting.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we didn't know P2 was in Protodome here.
Yeah, Aku's been doing a lot of stop strats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this means that our runners must have done Back of Cathedral. I assumed character 4 came from here.
Yeah. Yep, they both must have right off the bat. Walking past these robots. It's a chrono, and it went, nope. If you save right before going into Protodome and you peak, and then you reset the game, is that faster than walking back out, or is it like exactly the same? I've seen people do both.
As someone who loves tiny little time differences, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Someone knows.
Yeah. And we're stopping at an inn. Is this Aku's never shopping strategy?
Maybe. You saved 1,200 gold, I guess, for not using a shelter. I mean, 10 gold is, you know, quick.
I first heard about the Aku never buy anything strategy when I was doing Gato Cup, and it didn't make a lot of sense to me. But now that I am playing with worse items, because of Millennial Pre, it makes a little bit more sense, because you're a lot more likely to find consumables. I'm still not going to do it, but it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the mentality of like, I'll find what I need, you know, and like sometimes that's true. I am usually not a huge proponent of checking a lot of shops. I just always want to make sure I've got the items I need for healing and MP. But I've started buying more, and I'd like to see what these two do. If Beauty does that differently. like to see who's over here. Who's impersonating?
Hopefully, do we have any kind of ice on Marl yet? Okay, we do. So this is annoying but doable.
Yes, yes. And something someone else pointed out to me. Ooh, that black rock I think I saw was it had an auto rev on it on Aku's side. Might have been a blue rock.
And yeah, that you might be about to say what I'm going to say, so go ahead.
Was it the fire tackle that did no damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's considered fire, not just physical, I think is the answer there.
Yeah.
Feel about Rubble plays.
Yeah, this is... I like Robo. I don't really like Robo Tackle. If I see like an early Uzi Punch Robo, I'm pretty happy about it. I like Robo in the team that Aku has, because I trust that Ayla and Luca are gonna accomplish everything they need to accomplish, and Robo will just toss out some Uzi punches to fix some math.
For sure. I think I might have mumbled. I was saying Rubble, not Robo. Oh. And you were answering Rubble, which is a good thing to talk about as well. But I was talking about Rubbles, which I don't know, like, it's hard to know sometimes to go wait in the timing for doing Rubbles, because you might not be able to kill them if you miss, but you get great rewards from them. Aku did one.
Yeah. If I have like a decent weapon on one of my people with high hit, I'll do it. I don't know, I don't always fade it. I don't always do it. You know, with the auto gun, it's not quite as appealing.
Yeah, for sure.
And for some context on the Retinite side, the top and bottom should each have 2,000 HP. So
that sounds about right, yeah.
I almost wonder if it's also worth throwing some autos in here. I don't know if we have any good weapons on them. And apparently Aku has Fire Whirl, which to me is the whole seed.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You got Blaze Kick, you got Fire Whirl, you got a lot of fun stuff.
Okay, I have to imagine Aku did some shopping. We have about like 40 mid tonics and 40 ethers.
Okay, so maybe he did. Maybe it was just the first shop.
Okay, this will probably go a little bit slower now that the core is down, just because they start acting more aggressively.
Yeah, this Red Knight can be a boss fight that can get out of hand real quick.
Yeah.
Definitely got to be careful with it, know what to do. I wonder if, like, if Beauty has Ayla there, if, like, maybe if she didn't have a lot of good physical techs yet, but, like, what am I trying to say? Tailspin. Tailspin could work. And I don't know,
Tailspin.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. Did Aku's freeze on you? Is that just me?
I see a mouse cursor,
okay.
So I imagine
something's happening.
Yeah,
okay.
Fitz is doing something.
Okay, cool. Hope that Beauty can make it through this Red Knight fight. Just a little slowly, but not dying. And hope that this is worth whatever's down here.
Yeah, I hope everybody likes skeleton feet, because we'll be looking at them for a bit.
I can't remember who it was, but someone pointed out to me, it's like, we've got Ret Knight and we've also got Zombor, which are skeletons of giant bipedal entities with wings and also one eyeball. So that at some point in the past, there's giant Cyclops winged creatures in Chrono Trigger's world somewhere.
I mean, this is also a world where some teenagers invented time machine, like time travel, or at the very least, on purpose invented teleportation in the year 1000.
Yeah, but that's just Akira Toyama's Bulma, right? Like it's just Luca's just Bulma, right?
Yeah,
But with a gun.
There's going to be some world somewhere where some teenager with a gun invents teleportation and it turns into time travel.
And it's one of the best. Yeah, it's one of the best.
Toriyama's involved.
Yeah, right. Okay. Remind me, what was Aku? What did he get? He was going through Toma's pop. Hopefully Fitz can update the tracker on what that was, because I don't know.
Yeah, that's a Fitz problem and not an us problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that hero medal because I believe that came from Desert.
Yeah.
And it looks like Beauty did this blind, so.
Yep, was just gonna see what it was. A couple silver studs already in this seed. Gold stud might be my favorite item in this game. There's a lot of great items. I just love not having to read.
Especially once you've got a flare or something in the mix. You really appreciate it.
A Robo Ribbon! Which is great for Robo, but not progression.
Yeah. Would we do that if we just peaked that? Maybe?
Yeah, good question.
We're glad that we have it.
Yeah, true. And we know that Aku's going to be going to get this, which will be hero metal into part of a sword. Looks like Aku might have gotten clone from Giant's Claw. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right. Which means knowing where Frog and this other part of the sword are about to be, that's just one item away from all three.
And that was the third boogie that I've seen from Aku. Although,
This one
doesn't work on this one.
Work on this one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it does. But yeah, it for sure works on Flea Plus and Atropos.
You know what's heartbreaking? This race, we have Fire Whirl. Mm-hmm. Last race, we didn't have Fire Whirl. Last race, we had +3 magic tabs. This race, we have +1 magic tabs.
Yeah.
There is no justice.
No. Especially not in the Guardia system. We also didn't see, speaking of justice systems, we didn't see if they saved Fitz or not. They both went to the future already, and we didn't see it. We'll never know.
That's true. We'll have to interview them after the fact to decide who wins and who loses.
Yes.
Or we can just decide we're better off not knowing.
Well, Aku's pet a cat, so that's a big deal too.
I do think we need to add a second cat. Rainbow Sickle.
Rainbow Sickle, fun.
I do think we need to add a second cat to the tracker to encourage the Enhasa play. Yeah,
for Alphador. Yeah. I am a big proponent that it's probably doesn't need to be a tracker, but I think it's a travesty that people don't save the new when you go up to Death Peak, because it takes like a second and a half to click his little tummy, and he asks you so nicely to turn him off and give him eternal slumber, and he's helped you so much.
Oh god, yeah. Every time I see that, it just breaks my heart.
Yeah. Poor Balthazar. Ooh, Haste Helm. Okay.
I wish my seal chests were like that.
Yeah, a thing I always love to learn around is I don't even know what word I just said. Turnaround, learn about. What seal chests people open up and don't. When you get that pendant, because they like these four are pretty common because they're four really quick ones right in a row between these two eras. But like, there's a lot of other ones you can run around and grab. They're just a little bit out of the way, but they're often real good.
Yeah, I saw
These are the
someone
four
when
most
they-
common.
Yeah, there was someone I saw when they were doing. I think they were doing trial, and they grabbed the one that's kind of up the stairs in the back. They grabbed
Yeah.
that one at the same time they were doing trial or something. I know I've seen Choco get some good stuff from somehow charging pendant before doing Hecarim Cave.
Yeah, a couple of times that. Yep, if you're gonna do that way. There's the triangle, the pyramid. Most people don't go to that one because it's pretty slow.
So
There's a handful of them.
I'm looking at it, and it seems like our runners are one piece away from every go mode.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Because we know that Frog is behind repairing the Masamune.
And Aku's about to realize that, and so he'll know like we do. That everyone's away with one thing, except Beauty hasn't done Toma's pop for clone yet, right? But is about to do it. That's what we're doing, right? So we're about to get it. I was looking at the tracker. Yeah, so we're in a pretty similar spot here.
I have to imagine we're gonna see. There's a good chance our runners do Tyranno-layer go mode because we have to find that gate key eventually. But it is possible that the gate key is behind Woe.
Could be.
Which would require doing Factory.
It could be behind Genodome. You know, I haven't seen any Genodomes yet this tournament yet, right?
Yeah, you don't... I know that we saw... I think N did Genodome.
That's the one run I haven't watched. There we go.
Sorry for spoiling part of it.
Yeah. That's the one I haven't seen yet. Okay, going up some mountains.
Yeah, we've seen some very lucrative Denaderos this tournament. And it kind of seems like it's either going to be this or Geno or, heaven forbid, Factory to Woe to get the gate key. But that doesn't mean we're not going to get a go mode here.
I'm really hoping that this is the moment right here where they both went into Denadoro, where we're going to see a go mode start, because then we're going to get to watch like true kind of like optimal gameplay here of what these two runners are going to do against each other at exactly the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, and we're seeing some chest skipping at this point. Probably feel like we have enough.
Yeah, if I come up Denador a little bit earlier, I'm a little bit more inclined to grab some of these chests. But when it's when you're an hour in, you're not going to find much. I used to always love going down that the waterfall, but it hasn't been good recently, so I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of chests I used to grab more from the Gato Cup because you could find, prism specs just about anywhere, and I've started to learn are quite depressing normally.
Same screens. This is pretty cool.
And this is
like that's they both tough skip.
This is Denadero is a good example of how important it is to learn skips in this game, because if you happen to remember what it was like running through this normally, it's very different than when you're doing it and getting all of the skips.
Yeah, as a speedrunner or just learning this for a turning for a randomizer. With the first skip you're going to learn, one of the very first skip you're going to learn in this game is that one up there where you save like 4 minutes by just holding up for a moment.
Yeah. we've got a gold rock.
I'm waiting for the day to see a Grand Dream team play an attorney. When all those
Someday
pieces
it'll
just
happen.
someday. It's a really hard one to, I think, have the team comp and have it pull off and make sense. But it's cool if it does. Because screen physical AoE is just so cool. Here's an interesting thing I always think about this fight is, okay, you want to kill one of them in one turn. But I don't want to waste the most amount of MP doing so. So sometimes I debate, like, okay, what's the least strongest move I can use to kill one of these dudes in one hit? And they both did the same thing.
You know, I was surprised to see, because Beauty has that Robo Ribbon, but Aku did more damage with that. I don't know if that's just levels or...
Yeah, good point.
What's always heartbreaking is when you use your strongest tech that happens to hit both of them and it's still not enough.
Yeah. I love the charm play. Just to see.
I've been fortunate enough to get a bunch of late charm seeds lately because I say fortunate because I will just use charm every chance I get if I get it.
Blaze Click doing about 18.
Robo doing his a failed impression of being useful.
And Aku just only one turn behind there basically because of the charm. Got shock. That could be nice in case we need lightning for something.
We don't need anything for anything. We have Fire Whirl.
There you go. You're not wrong. It's so good.
It's quite funny that two of the characters I'm happiest to see also work very well together.
Okay, that's a Megas Castle Go mode if that's what they want to do. Do you think anyone will check something else, or are we just going to see dueling castles?
I don't know. I mean, what are our options left? It's got to be... It has to be Factory to Woe or Genodome.
Is that it? Yeah, if that's the case, then probably the answer is no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the only... I think... Because we didn't see Hecarim at the beginning, but I assume they both did it.
This does mean that... Well, we'll be able to unlock magic after doing Mage's Castle, and we have basically all the techs we need. Having Flare would be nice, but we have Fire Whirl. Yeah,
an important thing about that, getting magic again. That could be a thing that one of them could choose to do. Not often seen and not remembered. I don't remember that all the time. A lot of those little things like the end game kind of like cleanup stuff. Like going to Taban and getting another item, if you've done Moonstone or done Forging the Sword, getting magic unlocked afterwards if you'd like, things like that, the little cleanup stuff before Go mode.
Ooh, Aku, what are we gonna get?
Another useless scythe. No!
I guess that makes up for the, we did find that haste helm from Sealed Chest searching, and I don't believe Beauty did any pendant searching.
Oh, yeah, true. That's another kind of like sometimes a cleanup thing people do before they go into final Go mode dungeons. Getting black chests, sealed chests.
All right, Arag joins the party for probably like 5 minutes. 5 minutes Chrono Trigger time, not in-game time.
Yeah, it's got to take a moment or two to slice open a mountain.
Yeah, and fly over here.
Everybody stand up for the Chrono Trigger national anthem.
This is where Frog previews tech damage rando. With the
Ooh. Yeah.
leap slash plus 100.
Speaking of black sealed chests, there's one in this little cave here that doesn't take long to go and grab, but probably just long enough that people don't like doing it. But maybe I'm gonna start the what do you call this room? What's this magic cave? Is that what it's called?
Magic cave with bats. I think it has
Magic
some
cave with
bats in it.
bats. Yeah, magic cave meta. Start opening the sealed chest in here.
We need Lord Batsy to do it, so we can call it the Batsy Cave.
The Lord Batsy Cave. I like that. Batsy Cave. Yeah, because you can go back in through the back end of it, and I think there's rats.
I thought we were going to see it
too.
from Beauty.
Yeah, there's rats in there, and you can go buy it, go around. And then there's that guy he's a dead soldier that's got a note written in blood. Spooky.
Once upon a time, people had to walk through the magic cave.
Oh, I think, yeah, that's true. That
this
was before
rando
my
has
time.
been around for a long time. I occasionally will search the Discord for something if I have like a question, and then I discover a post made like 4 years ago.
4 years ago, exactly, yeah. You and I are both relatively new in comparison to some of these runners. Revives, shelters, yep, some last minute shopping.
Yeah, making sure we don't have to do this again. It can be very this can probably save time over having to use 70 ethers on your party.
Mm-hmm. One last snooze in the bed.
Yeah, shoutouts to Fitz for I'm already bad at tracking anyway, so having to track something that's already started, that's next level.
Yeah, huge shout out to Fitz. Done a lot today.
And shout out to Fitz for being the race admin here. I'm allegedly the co-admin, but Fitz is the one who is doing everything.
Yeah, today Fitz helped run a tournament, did a race himself, tracked, restreamed, commentated. Well done.
Oh, is that haste armor?
Ooh. Neato.
Yeah, I'm mostly here if something goes terribly wrong in Fitz world.
And we greatly appreciate that too.
And it also means that Fitz gets to guilt trip me into doing commentary and things. Robo does need a better arm. That. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
So we did have a haste helm. So that's a haste helm and haste armor.
And haste armor, but Beauty doesn't have the haste helm, right? Because that was from a sealed chest that they didn't check. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The fake flea, for those who don't know, always steals MP from whoever hits them. Because I think they only have like 1 HP, so it's just whatever hits them.
Yeah. I have tried to do it with Charm before, and it didn't work, so it's not the same as the, like the switches or something.
The switches, yeah, good call.
You do actually have to hurt it.
Do 1 damage, yep.
And Elder Spawn here, trying to make it so that we don't use Fire Whirl on everything, but not enough of a threat to worry. The shell does counter. It only counters the person who targeted it, so sometimes it is faster to just eat the damage.
Yeah, as opposed to the regular level spawn that will only counter the person that initiated the attack. And then if it's a dual tech, I think it's the person whose menu you click on it with. Is that correct?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't notice those lapises are rolling super low, 120.
Yeah, we had some pretty depressing lapises in the last one too. I think they were like 138.
So,
But we do have a very powerful team. And
And a
Aku
heal
has the
robot.
same team, but it's glowing.
yes. Yes. Aku feels a little bit stronger here with the haste. Just haste is so good. But hard to say exactly.
Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it in this race or not. There's been a lot of talking with all these races today, but I do really love. I think Robo is a great character if you get that Uzi punch, and the rest of your team is good and can like get everything done. Because then he's just this extra guy who throws out Uzi punches to round out some numbers. Can do like an AoE heal. Is a bit slow, but you know, with that core of Luca, Ayla, you know, someone like Robo who makes a good third is just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm maybe in the minority a little bit. I like Frog and Robo both probably a little bit better than most, and one of the reasons is because I love that they can do a little bit of everything, and I love that catch-all, especially when you have two other strong characters. But like, I value AoE healing so strongly, because you can't be always guaranteed to find something like a Lapis.
Yeah. In my experience, when I sacrifice strength for AoE healing, that's the seed that everyone's dropping mega elixirs. But
Well.
it you know, those seeds where that doesn't happen, you know,
Yep.
you can sometimes really feel the pressure when you have to individually heal everybody.
Yeah. Rando gonna rando.
Yeah. Yeah, probably no one's going to feel all that threatened going through this mage's castle. I don't know if we're going to end up with Beast Toss or not, but because I don't know when Uzi Punch shows up, but
Yeah.
Beast Tossing mages is so much fun.
It is fun. Yeah, Woozy Punch is definitely the thing we're looking for. What else? We didn't. Do you think that we really want to go look for Flare? What else might we be looking for?
I
Maybe
mean,
some better defense.
is Flare even? Because we can learn magic after this. I don't know. With Fire Whirl, how much do we even care about Flare?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know,
We know that we're fighting Lavos, right? We know that that's going to be our final boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe defense is the biggest thing we're still looking for here.
Yeah, I think I saw some good armor on Aku's side, probably from all those sealed chests.
Beauty's got the speed on Robo that Aku doesn't have because of the Robo Ribbon, so that's a boon.
And I'm gonna go ahead and veto Phone's suggestion in chat that our series needs all 6. I'm willing for them to have more HP, but like those occasional times where I just don't want to have to wait for 6 of them to punch.
Yeah.
Because it still won't be threatening, it'll just be annoying.
Just annoying. I could see a little more HP though. I could see that.
And Beauty's through the first Donkey Kong room.
Yeah. Nice quick skip there with Beauty.
Showing us how it's done.
Donkey Kong Country 2. One of the greatest platforms of all time, in my opinion. Good room.
Careful, if you talk about Donkey Kong Country and hear too much, Phone is going to try to convince you to do the DK64 rando.
I have opinions that people probably don't like, but that's fine. This isn't about me and my opinions.
I do have to say, I imagine the rando is probably better than the vanilla game.
I know. I've watched enough of them. The Rando's fun. I don't love most early 3D games. I think most early 3D platforms are bad.
Yeah, I was a PS1 kid, not an N64 kid, so.
Yeah. I just think the early days of 3D gaming are just trumped by the ending days of 2D gaming, and by that I mean like the Super Nintendo in general, and like I don't know, but that again, just my opinion.
Yeah, back to the race.
Back to the race. Yeah, exactly.
These Donkey Kong rooms are another great example of why it's so important to learn skips. As Aku gets bonked by one of these fights. They can just take a while. The bats are super fast. In Donkey Kong Country 2 room, you have to deal with those things, the like rolly things exploding.
Mm-hmm. And that second Donkey Kong room, you gotta getting past the bird dudes. You gotta be able to hold up the right way, and you gotta wait for the rollies. And there's some tricky little things with moving your secondary characters to move the one off, the ramparts. There's a lot of cool little movement saves here that you wouldn't just know by doing it. You gotta practice them. Great to watch when executed well. There we go. Another one there with that room. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be a Giant's Claw ape to be, period accurate.
Run down the barrels.
I mean, I can't imagine why a video game where people invent teleportation in the year 1000 would ever have anything as anachronistic as the wrong ape in the wrong time period.
I hope here. Looks like Beauty is just attacking these things. You can, like you said before, you can charm them, and it counts as a hit. Maybe Aku's been charming things, so we'll see.
Maybe we'll just charm the closest one. Nope.
Yeah, that's a good point, because the animation does take some time.
Now I guess this is where we're going to get, 4 Mega Elixirs from charming it.
A wall helm. That's defense.
Yeah, not a bad one. We don't get a ton of elemental resistance on helms.
Mm-hmm.
At least online. I mean, you have Rainbow Helm and Mermaid Cap, but you don't have quite as many options as you do with the armor.
Silver Stud onto Ayla, it looks like. Maybe just keeping the bandana on Luca. Yeah, I mean, +1 speed is +1 speed.
Yeah, Fitz, my mentor in the Gato Cup. I assure you that charm would have become an addiction to me no matter what you said. As soon as you find a way to potentially get something really cool, you will take it.
Yeah. And we have a lovely cave woman here doing circles, dancing. Okay, now I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. What is her ultimate? Is it Dino Tail?
I know I'm fairly certain it's like non-elemental.
Is it not? Is it physical or non-elemental? Energy release. Okay, yeah, just energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the middle of. I was about to say energy release when Joko typed that. Definitely.
Cool. Like Mother Brains. Yeah, good call. I was trying to remember.
Yeah, hopefully the Magus luck is on our side, we can do a decent amount of damage even without needing the right elemental rolls. But we would love to see some only fire damages.
Mm-hmm. We do have shock on Robo if necessary, which there we go. Ayla is down. I see 4 revives. Should be right.
Revives can be more of a commodity than you expect. I've had a couple of runs where, you know, I just buy the 3 revives in the very beginning in my initial shopping, and then I don't realize until Lavos that I never found a single other revive.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
And there's the only fire damages.
Mm-hmm. I think Aku put a black rock onto Luca, so that's the only big, I think, accessory difference.
Is that the auto revive?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Green Dream effect is nice.
Yeah, I used to underrate Green Dream until I discovered on accident that it's not like used up at the end of a fight. So it can be really interesting to have for Lavos because it's very easy to get bonked in Lavos 2 and 3.
Yes, yes. That we were talking about at the end of that last run with the physical bananas coming out. If you don't get the heal in between them, an auto revive can save the day.
Yeah, a beautiful thing, especially when you don't have a lot of excitement going on in your accessories.
Not a huge amount of damage output here on Beauty's side. What Blaze Kick is doing, what, like 2,000? It's not bad.
Hopefully this Blaze Kick does it. Yeah, we're just full sending it.
Let's see. Okay, just Luca's up.
That's enough.
Another Blaze Kick here.
That is the mightiest fire tackle I've ever seen.
Robo will lose out a little bit there in that experience in tech, but you got through the fight, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, and luckily if we need the levels, we've got the best grind in the game coming up.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the big things about going into Lavos, or going to Ocean Palace. You got to get through either Black Tyranno or through Maggots, and you got to figure out if you got to grind before that to beat one of those 2 bosses. Because if you can get through it, usually the boss at the top of Zil Palace isn't as big of a deal. You can grind later. What do you think about going to Nhasa?
I'm a big Nhasa proponent.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, especially when I have a slow team. Mm-hmm. I might not be as worried. We do have that haste helm. I don't know. Sometimes I'll just do it even when I feel like I shouldn't because I like being the Nhasa person. But I think our strength is pretty solid. If we had like Marl or someone slow as our third, I would almost certainly do it.
Yeah.
I think with the haste helm, there's not that much benefit to being faster than 13 anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Another fairly wimpy new shop.
Yeah.
They weren't offering a whole lot last seed either.
Yeah, not here either.
And it looks like Aku is in phase 2 of mages.
Yep. Gonna grab this tab.
Not even using the flame kicks, just sticking to those fire tackles.
And Fire Tackle works the same as Robo Tackle in the sense that Robo's weapon doesn't matter. I believe that's correct.
Yeah, that's something that people always say, and I never remember.
Yeah. So that's valid. We talk about how, like, characters like Frog and Krona really need a sword, and like obviously you want Robo to have an arm, but if you've got Robo Tackle, and you can use Ice Tackle or Fire Tackle, it works.
And it looks like this is where Magus got kicked out to when Ayla took over his castle.
It does, yeah. It's a fitting place for him. I'd put Magus on the throne here.
Another thing with the Anhasa play is I might do it if I end up with a pretty early go mode. But if I'm just getting into Ocean Palace at around 1:30, I'm probably just going to want every second I can squeeze out of the seed.
Sure.
Especially a seed where there were so many different directions that we went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little different than the last race where both players did a lot and they felt like they were maybe a little bit behind because of how long it was taking. This wasn't like super fast by any means, but they're both here going into Ocean Palace at just before 1:30, so probably feeling okay timing wise.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Beauty's levels are going into Ocean Palace because, I mean, Aku has so much strength. Beauty may be ahead, but any amount of grinding is gonna let Aku catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, the grind here is definitely going to be a telling point for where they're at going into the elevator, I think.
Yeah. 26, it looks like that's doable.
Also, I don't know how much it matters, but Akko going up the left side of those stairs to get up here, I never see anyone do that. I always see people go right.
I see Choco do that too, which makes
Does Choco do that too? Okay.
Anytime I see Choco do anything, I'm like, that must be the better way to do it.
I just am so used to seeing it right. But again, I don't know if it actually makes a difference or not. It'd be interesting to find out if there actually was a 1 second faster or something.
It's probably faster to just do whichever one you're used to.
Probably.
And any deviation from that is going to throw you off just enough that you should have just done it your usual way.
Beauty hitting a couple of these Flyclopses that are just barely getting in his way. But quick runaways, not a huge deal.
All right, we're getting to the grind. Are we going to see an actual grind? I guess the only thing we're really looking for at this point would be Uzi Punch on Robo. And I don't know if Robo has the full party heal yet.
I haven't seen it used.
I also don't remember if Ayla has Dino Tail or not.
Oh, good call. Yeah, that's a really good point for the elevator. Let's check and... Oh, too fast. Yeah, 27-26 on Aku's side.
Slightly higher levels, probably better gear.
My guess is they're both going to do it a little bit. But yeah, like I said, going into that Denadoro Mountain, there's Uzi Punch. Ever since they got into Denadoro, this has been just kind of coming down to slight optimizations and executions here and small decisions. Being pretty much neck and neck by a minute or two, which is real fun to see.
Yeah, I said this in another of these races, and I'll say it again. For, Jets of Time, because of the different go modes, you can have pretty big differences in times, even between two equal runners, just if they end up doing different routes. So the fact that we've had so many close races, this tournament is kind of beautiful.
I love it. Yeah. It's such a fun randomizer for all the reasons you just said.
All right, we are officially synced at the grind spot.
Dino Tail on Ayla there, and Uzi Punch on Aku's side. That was all he was looking for. He's ready to go. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's still close enough that it could be anyone's game, but Aku is a pretty beastly team right now. You know, for two people who are running the same team, that's a lot of glowing red on Aku's side.
Love to see it.
And Beauty's doing a little bit more. Yeah, may just be going for the Dino Tail.
I think he just got it. I think I just saw Dino Tail.
Okay.
So they're both at the same area tech-wise right now. Aku's looking to get down. Oh, I didn't even notice the +1 speed on Ayla's fists. That's cool. Just pop, pop.
Okay. I never notice what Ayla's fists are. I just trust that they'll get me through.
Whatever it is, it's good. Yeah. I mean, it's not something you would ever look at if you were doing gear rando, you know. Which is a cool little extra flag that we're using for this tournament. So, love that.
And speaking of tournaments, if anything that you are seeing interests you, but you feel a little bit intimidated in it, we are looking for more signups for the Gato Cup, which is the learning tournament for people who want to get good at this rando. You get paired up with a mentor. It's a lot of fun. And if you don't want to do a tournament but still want to learn, you can just join the Discord anyway. We'll be happy to have you.
Yeah, 100%. And who was that Gato Cup 2 champion?
Fitz, you can't ask me that.
Ceres did a great job and was a great runner.
Thank you.
And I got to be a mentor, which was fun too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is there a link to the sign up somewhere?
Great question.
That's a great question that I'll probably force Fitz to answer, because
there you go.
about once a week I ask Fitz for the link, but I know you can find it in our Discord. And Physics, we would love to see you.
Yeah, honestly, it's like I didn't do the Gato Cup as a player, but I started getting into this randomizer like late last summer, and it's been such a fun community and so fun to learn and just talk with people and go through all these things. And I felt like I had learned enough to be able to teach someone else, and it was so much fun. And I would highly recommend anyone to jump in with us. A lot of great things to learn, a lot of good people to learn it from. It's real fun, and it's Chrono Trigger. Like, it's great. Come hang out with us.
And it looks like we must have been testing the Dino Tail in this fight for Aku.
Yeah, because you can run from this one.
Yeah. Probably not quite enough damage. I wouldn't expect it to be enough at 316 HP. Maybe we're just hoping that some enemies start attacking Ayla. You don't necessarily need Dino Tail for the elevator fight, but it makes it a lot faster.
Yeah, for those who are maybe watching here, people who are still trying to learn, you know, in chat, this is a great thing to learn. Like, this is one of these kind of infamous rooms and fights. There's an elevator fight coming up here with the 3 different elemental kind of Flyclops dudes, and if you use the wrong element on them, they'll counter you, and they can wipe you, and it takes forever. But some good counters to it is a physical AoE, like a Frog Squash or a Dino Tail. There's some color where like Black Hole can work for non-elemental. If you've got Ayla and Chrono, you can do Falcon Hit. And knowing what those setups are ahead of time can make one of the longest fights in the game that's not a boss extremely trivial. These are the things you can learn about.
Ooh, and Fitz did what I was going to do, which is link to the sign up in our Discord general channel.
Woohoo! And then after this elevator, we're coming up on the last skip of this run, which is 2 other rooms with these same little Flyclops dudes, these little scouts. It's kind of a tough one to set up properly. You have to kind of get behind them and then move your way around.
Yeah, I think when Fitz tried to explain it to me, it was described as something like it's not gonna feel like it's sort of unexplainable until you like do it, and then it's the way you do it is you just sort of do it. I don't know. I can't describe what I'm doing. I'm just kind of wiggling through.
Yeah, definitely something you got to practice. And this can be a moment where Aku could save some time. Aku's just like, nope, we're just going to run it and we're just going to run from it. Beauty tried.
I will say, if you notice that this scouter in the elevator fight dropped something really good, like speed taps or something, these fights are repeatable. So there have been a few times where I farmed speed taps on them. And you usually still have your dino tail set up. If you're running black hole, it'll hit all 3 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, who do you think we're going to see in the double Dalton? Or in the double Dalton, in the double golem spot? You can tell who I'm hoping to see.
We've seen some big... this time, I think it's going to be something a little simpler. This is going to be a little trivial. It's not going to be golem boss, but I think it's going to be like a Hecarim or something. That's my call.
Hecarim surprisingly threatening.
It was golem boss again.
Yeah, it can be. This can be a repeat. So.
Yep. All right.
As unthreatening as they come.
Yes.
And they're holding hands.
Aww. Cute.
Aku's doing the prep right now to be fully ready for this nightmare of a fight.
Yes, whatever it might be.
And we've got Robo doing the impossible and actually hitting with an Uzi punch.
I love the image of just like him unlocking like his arm, and it just like opens up like at the wrist, and there's just like a massive amount of bullets that just shoot out from his arm. I love that.
I thought you were talking about Golem Boss or something, and I'm like, is that what he's supposed
Robo.
to do?
No,
yeah, Robo. That makes more sense.
I'm a big Dragon Ball fan too, so again with the Akira Toriyama imagery, one of the best movies is the one called World's Strongest, and there's a villain who does the exact same thing. Like his arm just turns into like a giant machine gun and just shoots out at everybody.
Is that like a Dragon Ball thing?
Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, it is. There's a surprisingly long history of guns in Dragon Ball, especially in the early days.
Man, if someone gives Goku a gun, it's all over. Yeah. Actually, one of the... Dalton is really bad to fight here. One of the worst bosses to fight here, honestly, is just the regular golems. The, like, vanilla.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we talked about this at some point earlier. I can't remember, but like before Boss Rando, they had that. It was always double boss golem, and that was rough.
You know, we talked about how strong Aku's party and gear is, but Beauty has maintained this
like minute and a half lead or so. Yeah.
Yeah. You really see like every tiny little thing, every skip you don't make is can really start to add up.
100%. Yeah, that's where skill definitely can come into play here. You know, there's a little luck, there's a lot of execution, there's skill, there's knowledge, a lot of different things come into play. I did notice here that Aku got heal beam there at the very end for Robo, so I don't know if Beauty got it. That could be really helpful.
Yeah. I think we've seen some good AoE healing items, although the Lapis is rolled pretty low. Hopefully we just do the if you kill them fast enough, you don't have to heal strategy.
exactly. That's that offense is the best defense.
Lavos 1, pretty straightforward. Big AoE hit, AoE status effect, big AoE hit, and then it repeats. Has about 12,000 HP.
Okay, Rob. Beauty does have heal beam as well. Okay. So I think we're
900
full.
damage Uzi Punch is probably the saddest Uzi Punch I've ever seen, so I'm guessing we never found a good weapon.
Yeah, I think he's still sitting with a Magma? Maybe?
And in chat, we have a lot of the veterans reminiscing about the old times. Pretty soon they're going to start talking about when gasoline was $1 a gallon.
Back in my day.
All right. now that we're both on Lavos 1, we can see, how these two parties compare in terms of damage. It looks like we're still seeing the triple kick robo fire tackle strat on Aku's side.
We're seeing Blades kick and Uzi punch on Beauty's side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk again about how cool it is to see a run, any randomizer or speed run where you're an hour and 45 minutes in and you're on the same screen. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah. I know we've talked about how cool it is having different go modes, but it is also fun when it's just coming down to the wire. They're fighting the exact same boss, there's no question.
Especially because we just saw the opposite happen an hour and 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh, stop is not a fun obstacle.
No, it is not.
I don't know if we had more amulet spam on Beauty's side.
Luca's down, but has the revive. See, there's where that auto rev came into play. Okay. Let's see if Beauty does anything differently here with the menu.
Sheltering, making sure we've got all of our tabs good.
Oh, Robo has a hammer arm on. Oh, it's so sad.
And yeah, it does look like Beauty is rocking 2 amulets.
Yeah.
So it's amulet, robo ribbon, amulet.
Okay.
Good on, because we're going to get another obstacle in Lavos 2. And if we get unfortunate enough to be spelled in Lavos 3, those amulets are really nice.
All right. Haku made it through. We get some laser beams.
And do you want to tell us about Lavos 2 before Firewhirl obliterates it?
Yeah, this is that thing where it always opens with the laser beam, and then it'll do boomerangs 1 and boomerangs 2 with this kind of like banana-looking things coming out. And they're really strong physical, and they can take down a character with 2 hits easily. If you heal properly, you can kind of mitigate it. It looked like we were maybe trying to blaze kick. It's possible you can kill it before it comes out, but that's really rough. But look, we did a really good job there. Beauty mitigated that all perfectly. But then you have to kill both arms before you can damage the head. And an obstacle will come out to lower its defenses.
Yeah. I believe Firewhirl would get damage out on the head.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
But the big priority is getting the arms down.
Yeah, because they can keep hitting like trucks if you don't. But yeah, Tailspin / Firewall can get through that defense piercing ability.
Yeah.
I like the play of Aku keeping the black rock there on Luca as a just in case thing.
Yeah, you can. I mean, honestly, the hardest part of these fights is going to be the first 5 seconds of them. So having someone who can come up if things go south.
The nice thing is, like we were saying, it is like scripted. So like those first 5 seconds are rough, but you do know what's going to happen. Versus levels 3 where it's everything's out the window.
And we did get a status protection removal on Ayla, so this obstacle is going to be annoying for Beauty too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to see...
some more stopping happening, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get
we got
obstacle, some AoE damage. Ooh, looks like we all made it through.
Yeah, someone else maybe explain to me, because I don't know exactly. I think it's just a percentage, and I don't want to know exactly how that works with the statuses. Because they're not 100% all the time.
Yeah. I know it's not 100%. I don't know if it varies from status to status.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get lucky. We are healing that poison. Status effects do lower your damage. So even if you're not worried about poison killing you, you do want to kill this boss as fast as possible.
You want to heal it up for sure. Yeah.
We've got about 10k HP here on this Lavos. So getting some Uzi punches out to help with some of the calculations.
And Aku continuing to do the fire tackle / robo tackle strats, not worrying about Robo's weapon here. I think Beauty just made it through. A pretty consistent, like, minute and a half or so. Beauty's been ahead for a long time, but
yeah,
this last fight can change a lot.
Yeah. Like I said for this one, for Lavos 2, Lavos 3, it's really those first 60 seconds. Like if you get triple upped on something, and then middle bit gets to change time and start doing weird stuff, it can get out of hand. So controlling the beginning of this is going to be huge.
Yep. Getting that menu glitch off.
Yeah. Maybe we'll take a second to look at the Rainbow +3 that we got from Lavos.
And just stare at it sadly.
Yeah, Fire Whirl is great here because you can start getting some damage off on the right bit. But sometimes you just want to take out the middle and not have to worry about any of its shenanigans. So I think 2 Blaze Kicks and 1 or 2 Uzi Punches should do it.
And sometimes you do left bit strats, sometimes you do center strats, sometimes you kind of do hybrid strats. Sometimes you change it up in the middle of the fight just based on how things are going.
Yeah.
Or based on what, time warps you get.
Yeah, the time warp in the direction that we went is the #1 reason why I always go for center strats, because I do not want to deal with spell giving random statuses. We already lost the use of our amulet on Ayla.
Oh, yeah.
But we're getting pretty good. We're doing pretty well on what we're getting bonked by and who's getting bonked by it. Ayla having good physical defense, although I think Auka might have some kind of shield anyway.
Aku's still stream something going on there a little bit, but I think Fitz is working on it. Yeah, there's just something going on there. It'll come back. Don't people worry.
Just to make us a little bit sick with nerves.
Like, what's happening? Throw an elixir up here on Robo.
And this right bit has 20,000 HP.
Yep.
When the middle bit comes back, you do have some more time before it gets its defense back. So you can just ride it out. And I believe that it will, if the middle bit comes back, it won't go straight into casting the spell from this time period. I think it has to go to its next time period first.
And you can kill it a little bit quicker if you want to, because it doesn't have its full HP when it gets revived. Like half as much. It's at 4,000 or 5,000, I think.
Oh, your guess is better than mine. I didn't know that.
Yeah, someone correct me if I'm wrong. But it's got like 8 or 10,000 at the start, and then when it revives, it comes back with like 4 or 5. It's like half as much. Is it full? Am I wrong about that? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Someone tell me I'm wrong. Okay, it's 8K. Is it always 8K?
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
if it's any different in vanilla, because I know vanilla does have higher HP. But
Okay.
we have Aku back, and we're
here.
yeah. We got 2 people traveling through time, trying to kill this stupid alien.
Interdimensional parasite, yeah. I guess not interdimensional. Time weaving. Man, we are down to it here.
Yeah. Took a little bit of extra time taking out the middle again. But if you don't think that you can take out the right bit before middle bit starts doing something quote unquote fun, I can see you just knocking out the middle and then getting back to it.
Take this off again. We got 2,800 per new side with these fire tackles and about 16 with triple kick.
Yeah, I agree with Phone. My tummy is right. This has just been close race after close race. I need someone to do a knockout, like a total just slam dunk on the next race I commentate, because I cannot handle this.
Beauty's real close. Ugh. And Aku's not far away. And they're just speeding through this, not letting this middle bit come back. That's it. That's it.
I'm gonna throw up.
Ah.
GG for Beauty.
Beauty got it. And I'm guessing Aku's just gonna keep attacking the core here because he knows that it's close.
Yeah.
Wow. I think he's 2 hits away. It doesn't have any MP left. Oh, what do you do when you don't have MP? Ah. Beauty might jump in here for it.
Yeah. Even though we already got the GG on Beauty, my heart is still racing.
4 HP. 4 HP on Robo. I guess it was more than 2 fire tackles. I guess I wasn't fully watching the numbers there super well. Throwing the elixir in. Maiden breath.
Just a little bit more.
Well, it's hard for me to do two maths at once on 2 screens. I was clearly off by a little bit.
Yeah, doing my own math is pretty much as good as it gets.
I was trying, but that was tough.
And do we know, I don't have the bracket up, but do we know who Beauty is going to be going up against in the next?
It's time.
And there's the GG for Aku.
Oh, less than 2 minutes apart. Wow. 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 Yeah, Beauty playing Choco, Sora. That'll be the next one.
That's going to be a good one.
Yes, it will.
Luckily, this race wasn't so close that eeFitz has to retime it. Hopefully, eeFitz will only have to retime the one race.
Boy. For those who don't know, go check out Ceres' run from earlier in this tournament. Boy, was that close.
Yeah. Not going to get much closer than that. I think in the retime, it ended up being a little bit of a slightly bigger difference, but it was still enough that eeFitz had to go back and check who to make sure that the person who won it. And there's a pickle and a hot dog on screen for Aku.
Of course. Dream team. I don't know if either of them are coming in for an interview, but if they are, we'd love to chat around for a little bit.
There's Beauty. GG Beauty.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Wow. Less than 2 minutes. Very close.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
really
How do you
tight. Feel very good. My heart was beating out of my chest going into Lavos 3 because Akuheish is a phenomenal racer, and I knew it was at best going to be a tight race, most likely a loss. So going in and not seeing them not done yet got me real nervous, but I was able to keep it together and pull through.
Yes, you did. Very good.
We had our last race was won with like a slightly over 2-hour time. So I don't think any of our winners tonight spent most of the race thinking that they were going to win.
It's kind of hard when you don't hit go mode till after an hour, and especially after my pretty awful trial and rainbow shell play. That was exceedingly slow, and I thought it sunk me. But I think it kind of helped that gate key and trigger must have been buried somewhere pretty awful.
It must have been in WoW or Genodome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the two of you ended up with pretty similar routes, at least where they kind of like ended up.
And welcome in Aku. I think Aku just jumped in as well.
Welcome and GG's.
Thanks. You too.
Very close, fun race. But you two both walked into Dedodoro at the exact same time. And from then on, you two were like less than a minute and a half away from there on. It was very fun and close to watch.
Wow, interesting. Going into Ocean Palace, I felt very underleveled and kind of debated how long I spent grinding versus how long I just went ahead and went. And not having like a super great like healer, I guess, Robo's acceptable at best. I ended up just grinding a little bit longer than maybe I would have if I had Frog with heal.
Aku, how'd you feel about it?
I was really looking for a arm for Robo the entire seed.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of peeked at Frog's text when I got him and said, no, not usable. I saw Chrono off to the side and I decided not going to waste time there. Never unlocked magic.
Yep, neither of you did.
Okay. Well, Luca with Fire 2 is all you need.
Sounds like we had a very similar party then. I had a Robo and Ayla with Luca.
Yes.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Or should I correct myself? Ayuka.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mashing that
And now, Aku, you did find some really phenomenal loot when you were hunting that arm. You just didn't find an arm.
Right. Like, I found good chrono weapons. I found the Grand Leon for Frog. It was Crisis, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You had like haste armor, haste helm.
Yeah, you had one extra haste thing that I think Beauty didn't have from some sealed chests, I think is what it was.
Right. I had 2 hasted people, and it was the fire tackle team. And tried to abuse that as much as I could.
Yeah, I think that was absolutely the right play. Not finding neither of you had a good arm for Robo, but using fire tackle was definitely a good call.
Yeah, I always forget, and chat thankfully was there to remind us that the Robo Tackle doesn't it scales like an Ayla thing does, so it doesn't matter what weapon you have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious how much just a regular Robo Tackle would do compared to like Uzi Punch, but it seemed pretty comparable, at least the Fire Tackle plus triple kick versus Blaze Kick plus
and Uzi Punch.
Punch, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did a little test on Golem Twins on that, and that's why I did all of the techs.
Yeah, sometimes when you're not 100% sure, it's great to just look and see, like, is this doing a little bit more? Is this doing a little bit less? Yeah, for sure.
I can't think of a better boss to test it on than Golem Boss.
Funny enough, I think our second double Golem boss today.
Yep.
Wasn't there one, like in the last one as well, not today?
Would not surprise me. I do feel like we've seen... I have seen a lot of Golem Boss in the races that I've been commentating.
I wonder if there's
you're right.
I wonder if there's an issue with that again. just like the Lavos shell issue we had a couple years ago.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
I was doing stuff with that one and came up to Lavos shell in the twin golem boss spot, and it had to do with something with Dalton.
Oh, sure, yeah. It could just also just be random luck because it's a randomizer, you know. And just sometimes you get a lot of the same thing in a row.
Yeah, I'm assuming that our runners won't mind if the more likely to run into Golem boss in twin boss spot
The
bug doesn't get
runners,
fixed.
yeah, the runners may not mind, but viewing as well.
Okay, now we have an important question to ask. We didn't get to see the first, 20 minutes of your run or so because we were finishing off the last race beforehand. Did either of you do anything with saving Fitz in the jail cell?
No, I left them.
I did. I thought maybe if I pick up a chrono, mid ethers could be pretty tasty, so I did go for
Sure.
it. I promise I wasn't pandering, although I do come to that from time to time.
The guards were dropping hyper ethers,
Yes,
so I went with that instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That is a good point. I definitely was not really minding knocking out the guards because I figured if I took a fight, I picked up an extra hyper etherd. So,
Did you guys ever
I forced them
run
all.
down? There's a couple extra chests you can get, sometimes when you go down those staircases where the shield dudes are, and they're pretty quick. But I don't know if you guys did that.
No.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we've only seen one jail raid this tournament, and I'd be surprised if we see another one.
And yeah, other things, Aku, Beauty, any other things about your race or about what you did or didn't do?
I did just about everything.
yeah, the only things I didn't do was Sun to Sunspot and Genodome. I managed to stay away from those, though I'm very curious what was in those. But yeah, otherwise did just about everything, and was starting to feel a little sad when I didn't see a gate key with early Dreamstone and Ruby Knife. But
Right.
ultimately, like Aku said, you got Fire 2. What else do you need? I knew I was going to get Blaze to kick. I knew I had Fire Tackle in the wings. That's the power you need.
Yeah, Sun of Sunspot was Flea Plus, so my strat was Boogie, beat him down.
Nope.
I've never seen so much Boogie used.
There was a lot of boogie. There was a lot of dance in this seed, yeah.
Yeah. Boogie's a fun one. You don't always have the opportunity to use it because it's very certain bosses and very certain priority comps, but when you do, it's very fun.
Yeah, you did like Atropos into Fleet Plus or something like that, yeah.
Right. Atropos in the other dome up there. Then head south to Flea Plus and just boogie.
I guess we have to name the next tournament we have some kind of boogie thing. So that as the premier user of Boogie Aku, that'll be up to you to come up with a name that works.
Can we legally call it Boogie Nights?
I don't know.
But Boogie Eras.
Boogie Eras, there we go.
Yeah.
I also got a pretty hearty chuckle of Lavos 2 dropping a rainbow. I was like,
yeah,
oh,
we
man,
all
where's
did.
that chrono? I was like, I love a good Fire Sword 2 party, so I was a little sad, and there's part of me that's like, okay, I've run an Aeon Blade chrono before. That would be quite the boon to pull that out and just absolutely rip and tear on Lavos 3, but not tonight.
Yeah.
Instead, we have base weapon Robo.
It would have been that one seed where you finally fail the menu glitch for Lavos 3.
I found either a Mega or Giga arm for Robo and was using that at the end.
Yeah, I think I still had my Iron Fist. I never really
found
anything else.
I think it was a hammer arm, yeah, something dumb.
So, yeah.
There were Kaiser
Plus
arms
2.
for sale in the last seed.
There were. Neither of those new shops are very good in this seed or the previous one.
No.
This one, it was just trash. Utter trash.
Yeah, I'm sure all the good robo weapons were in Hasa.
So, Echo, I'm very curious. So, I faded Son of Sun from the outset because I took Pendant second. I did Hecarim Cave as my first key item check, got Pendant, and ran right to the trial. And so I didn't really kind of have the power quite yet. Um, and so I ended up, kind of in that moment where I was like, okay, I can go Forge, get Frog, go open, do Magus, or I can maybe do a cheeky Son of Sun and maybe pick up Trigger Gate Key. Were you in a
Mhm.
similar situation, or did you kind of, once you
No.
landed that sword piece, know right away that that's go?
That sword piece was my go mode. Like I had all of the items except for one for all of them. And I
Yeah.
said, all right, let's just go with it.
Yeah, pretty similar.
I did Xenon Bridge. I kept the Prism Shard, but never turned it in.
So I think that's our balance. I did do Prism Shard, and it was a long, drawn-out ret night because
Yeah.
I had Luca in my party still, so no fire damage. So it was really just a lot of robo tackling, and so sounds like we kind of traded places a little bit there with some of the stuff you were doing in the future versus me goofing around in 1,000.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I opened some sealed chests. The 4 in the southern continent.
Yep.
Like nothing really worthwhile.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to see either of you try to get a different go mode, but I mean, I don't know what we were down to. It's just Genodome and Factory to Woe. It's
I think that's
possible.
what it was
places
at
for
the end.
Gatekeep?
Yeah, and we were talking about it, and we were just like, neither of those feel smart.
Yeah. And after being there for over an hour, I didn't want to go through Genodome at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It
that's
worked.
a really good thing of it too. Certainly I could have done Son of Sun pretty fast, but at the same breath, it's like over an hour you pick up your go mode, you just go.
Yeah.
Take what you got.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch you both do Magus Castle at the same time and be pretty neck and neck the whole time. It's a good rewatch.
Oh, I will say, I think that is my literal first time ever doing the DKC 2 room perfectly. I've
Hey, well done.
never not hit one of those darn encounters, and I managed to do it all, and I nearly lost composure because I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I did it.
Well done. We started getting a little off topic talking about Donkey Kong Country and other things as you were doing that, so we had to
Yeah,
lean our way
I
back to
hit
actual commentary.
I hit something in the first room, but it dropped something that was fine for me.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what that was.
Sometimes if I miss a skip, I just take the fight, even if it's one I can run away from, and I call it my consolation prize.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, I guess final thoughts for me. Overall, very fun seed, very interesting, kind of long and drawn out, but some interesting choices, especially with an early Thomas pop and kind of an early Prism shard. It presented a lot of different variability, and I liked that a lot. So yeah, very, very interesting seed without being overtly nasty. Still kind of long, but not gross. Like you see some gross stuff, but
Yeah. Well, the tabs were kind of gross. They all rolled the lowest
yeah,
they
true.
could.
there.
Yeah. We were complaining that last seed had magic tabs +3 and no fire whirl, and this seed had fire whirl but magic tab +1.
Yeah.
Still did the trick. Firewall was cooking for me pretty good.
I didn't use Firewheel all that much.
I feel contractually obligated to when I have it.
Well, I did in the grind area just to get through the fights. And until I got Dino Tail. Then I not really messed up, but I just miscalculated a little bit of the HP I needed to be down to.
Yeah, I always overdo it on that, just in case. But I want to give a shout out to Fitz, who's had a very busy day today. Fitz is the admin for the Jurassic Rhythm tournament, and has been dealing with admin stuff for this race, the previous race, which were overlapped, and also had a race this morning. So thank you very much, Fitz, for everything you do. And I apologize for every Fritz that has been executed in spite of your efforts.
Yeah, and one more race tomorrow night for this last first round. It's at Sigil versus
Sigil and
Acid
Acid
Crab,
Crab. Yeah.
and I think 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So there we go.
All right, for a gold
Great.
star.
Thanks,
who
everyone.
remembers
This
the-
has been a fun full day of Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. Thank you,
Indeed, thank
runners,
you.
for making things close and raising our cortisol levels.
And thank you so much for putting on the restream. It takes a lot of volunteer work to make that happen. So it's an absolute pleasure every time I get to tune in and watch more Jet the Time on Twitch, and that is because of you all and the time you put in. So thank you.
Yeah, shout outs to everybody. Y'all are a really great community, and we'd love to have more people.